Hello students, have your seats. Today we are going to discuss regarding one of the very important cell organelle of eukaryotic cell, that is mitochondria. This is the 18th session on cell biology. We have still completed 17 sessions exclusively on cell biology, and here I would like to share one of the very important information to you all, that our institute is regularly uploading the videos on YouTube channel of all the lectures which are delivered by different faculty here. So you students watch those videos so that you can revise the lesson without going through tedious work of reading the books and notes. Now we will start regarding mitochondria. Mitochondria is in plural. Its singular is mitochondrium. Mitochondria are considered as the miniature biochemical factory of the cells of all the eukaryotic cells. We will discuss now where they are found or not found. Just I told you that in most of the eukaryotic cells they are found, but there are certain exceptions of eukaryotic cells, such as there is an eukaryotic organism, namely oxymonad. Oxymonad is a species which belongs to monosarcomanoids species. In their cell, mitochondria are absent. Similarly, in mature red blood cell, RBC of the mammals, mitochondria are absent. Now we will discuss regarding the discoveries, history of the discoveries of mitochondria. In 1857, a scientist, namely Albert von Kolliker, he was the physiologist. He first time observed mitochondria, this structure inside the muscle cells of certain insects. But that time he only discovered this structure inside the muscle cells of insects, but he did not coin the name of this structure. Later on, in 1886, there was another scientist, namely Richard Altman, who called the mitochondrial structure as bioplast. After him, after 12 years of him, in 1898, there was another scientist, namely Carl Benda. He was the actual person, he was the actual scientist who coined the mitochondrial structure as a name of mitochondrium. And later on, another scientist, Huglum, who first time stated that Mitochondria are the site for cellular respiration. Now we will discuss regarding a structure in terms of shape, size and number. Normally the mitochondria are sausage in shape or cylindrical in shape, but there are certain variation in terms of shape of mitochondria. They may be found as filamentous, granular, spherical and rod-shaped. Now we will discuss the size of mitochondria. The size of mitochondria vary organism to organisms. In length, their length may vary from 3 to 5 micron or mu meter. Do you know micron or mu meter? 1 micron is the millionth of the meter. Now we will discuss the width of the mitochondria. The width of the mitochondria vary from 0.5 to 2 micron. Now we will discuss regarding number of mitochondria. Normally, the number of mitochondria varies from 500 to 1600 per cell. But this number, this range of their number may vary. Actually, this range of number of mitochondria depends upon the rate of metabolism inside the cell. If the rate of metabolism inside the cell is higher, then the number will be higher inside the cell. If the rate of metabolism is lower, then number will be less inside the cell. For example, here we will discuss regarding animal cells. Normally, inside the animal cells, number of mitochondria are more than the plant cells because the rate of metabolism inside the animal cells is always higher than the plant cell. This is the reason why the animal cells contains mitochondria more in number than the plant cells. Now, here we will discuss, apart from the normal range of their presence inside the normal eukaryotic cells, there are certain examples, certain organisms in their cell, single mitochondria is found. First, you see, there are certain green algae like Fusca. In their cell, a single mitochondrium is present. Similarly, there are certain protozoans like Trypanosoma. In their cell, a single mitochondrium is found. Now, here you have seen the least number. After knowing the greater number, you will get surprise. In cos, that is actually called giant amoeba. In this species of amoeba, about 5 lakhs mitochondria may be found. This is the great number and astonishing, surprising number. Now we will discuss regarding a structure of mitochondrium. This membrane bound sausage shaped cylindrical cell organelle of eukaryotic cells has two membranes just like two thermos glass. The outer layer or membrane is called outer membrane. It is generally smooth and more permeable than the inner layer, inner membrane. Inner membrane has number of finger-like projections or folding. Those foldings are called as Cristae. In singular, it is pronounced as Cristae. This inner membrane is less permeable as well as it is selectively permeable. And there is a space between outer and inner membrane. That space is called as outer chamber or perimitochondrial space. It contains liquid, certain type of liquids. In that, certain types of enzymes are formed. Later on, we will discuss regarding the enzymes. Now we will discuss regarding Cristae. These projections, you see there are a number of projections or foldings of inner membrane which are called as Cristae. Just I told you, possess number of units, number of assemblies of a special minute structures. These structure which are found on the surface of the Cristae are called as oxysomes. Oxysomes are the actual site of cellular respiration. And there, by the electron transport system, energy is generated during the cellular respiration. And here, energy is formed in the form of ATP, adenosine triphosphate. This is the reason why the entire this cell organelle is called as the powerhouse of the cell, because at each and every oxysome, by the process of cellular respiration, energies are formed in the form of ATP, and they are also store this energy whenever cell or entire body of the cell organelles require energy. This ATP energy breaks into ADP and release the energy. So all the ATP which are generated inside the oxysomes are also called as energy currency of the cell. They serve as a currency whenever the cell as well as the entire organisms require energy. This ATP lose a phosphate molecule and give the energy. This is the reason all the ATP, adenosine triphosphates, are called as currency, called as energy currency of the cell. Now we will discuss regarding the fluid which is found inside the mitochondria. Inner to the inner membrane, a proteinous liquid is found that is called as matrix. Matrix contains most of the enzymes for the Krebs cycle except a enzyme that is called succinate dehydrogenase. Actually, succinate dehydrogenase is found on the inner membrane, but all of the enzymes which are required for the cellular respiration in Krebs cycle particularly are found in matrix. Apart from enzymes and proteinous contents, the matrix also contains number of ribosomes and circular DNA. Due to the presence of ribosomes, mitochondria are themselves capable to synthesize protein for them. And due to the presence of circular DNA, they are also capable to replicate. By this way, the mitochondria serves as a semi-autonomous cell organelles because they are capable for the protein synthesis and they can duplicate themselves, replicate themselves with the help of circular DNA. So they are called as semi-autonomous cell organelles because they have ability just like an individual cell to replicate and synthesize the protein. Now in next session we will discuss exclusively regarding the structure and function of oxysomes because oxysomes are the site for the cellular respiration and are responsible for generating energy in the form of ATP. So exclusively in next session we will discuss about oxysomes. Thank you very much.